Hello everybody, Dylan here today, and we are going to be doing a Sonic theory. Now, I know what you're saying, is it that 2017 theory I was hinting around at on Twitter? No, that's being moved till next month. This month, in honor of the new Nazo movie it's being worked on, we're going to be talking about fusion, if it's possible, and how it might work in Sonic the Hedgehog, today on DHT. Now, I fully understand the appeal to fusion. Fusion is where you take the best parts of two characters you really like and mix it together into one badass character. Now, fusion isn't anything new to the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom. People have been wanting to fuse characters together for years, but no one's really given a good explanation of how it might work. So today we're going to be talking about one of Sonic's main comparisons, Dragon Ball Z. Sonic has borrowed a lot of ideas and concepts from Dragon Ball Z, as the Chaos Emeralds being similar to the Dragon Balls, Super Sonic being similar to Super Saiyan, Trunks being similar to Silver. There's a lot of ideas borrowed from Dragon Ball. So we're going to be talking about how fusion works in Dragon Ball, then we're going to be talking about a whole different type of fusion that might be actually possible in the Sonic the Hedgehog games. Now, the first type of fusion we're going to be talking about is the fusion you can get through doing the fusion dance in Dragon Ball Z. Now, this requires for both people to lower their powers to the exact same level. Then they do a dance, touch fingers, and then they fuse. This fusion is limited, and depending on how strong the fusion is how quickly it'll run up. If you're fusing into a Super Saiyan 1, it could last up to 30 minutes. If you're fusing into a Super Saiyan 3, it would be way less. So, knowing this, would it work with Sonic the Hedgehog characters? It actually could work. If there was some type of dance out there, it's very likely that they could just do this dance and have similar power levels and fuse together. Would this fusion be practical? Not really. It screwed over a lot of people in Dragon Ball, mainly Gotenks, a mixture of Goten and Trunks. So I wouldn't really like this fusion because it's way too impractical and majorly screws people over. Now, the next set of fusion we're going to be talking about is the Potara earring fusions. Now, Goku is given a set of Potara earrings by a Supreme Kai, one of the gods of the Dragon Ball Z universe, and with these earrings you put one earring on one ear and the other guy puts the earring on the opposite ear, and then the two fuse forever. You lose no power in this fusion, you actually gain a boost from this fusion, but in result you become a whole new being and you're stuck that way forever. The only reason why Goku and Vegeta split up is because they went inside Boo's stomach and it separated them. The only reason why Supreme Kai was able to split up recently is because he made a wish on the Dragon Balls. So would this fusion technique be practical for Sonic? If there was some type of god out there, I highly doubt it in the Sonic universe, that could fuse these two together forever, it would give them a power boost and they might be able to destroy the foe they're fighting, but being stuck together forever seems ridiculous, and there's no Dragon Balls in the Sonic universe, and the Chaos Emeralds don't grant wishes, so they would literally be stuck that way forever. You would be stuck with a Sonic Shadow or Sonic whoever fusion forever. So I don't think this fusion technique would be practical for the Sonic the Hedgehog universe, where the status quo is law. Now, splitting apart from Dragon Ball Z for a second, we're going to be talking about Steven Universe. In Steven Universe, there's these beings called gems, and these gems can do a dance not similar to the Dragon Ball Z dance at all. You only have to connect spiritually in this dance, and their beings mixed together into one. Now, you're wondering, Dylan, if Sonic the Hedgehog characters are living beings and not gems, how could they do this fusion? Well, Steven is a gem-human hybrid, and he's able to fuse with other humans and other gems. So there could be some possibility that Sonic would be able to tap into some chaos energy of some type and fuse together, which our next fusion is going to go more into this. Now, our next fusion and our final fusion is shown off in the Nazo movie. Now, this fusion, if you watch it the first time, it can be really confusing because they just kind of clash together and then they're one. But in reality, what happened is that they tapped into some form of chaos control that temporarily mixed their beings into one, transforming them from their regular super forms into this hyper fusion form that gave them basically unlimited power. Now, in this form, they were impervious to damage, damage, they could move faster than what we could even keep up with, and they were able to defeat a being charged up with all the Chaos Emerald energy and Master Emerald energy, which means that this form is majorly overpowered. They were able to stop Nazo like it was nothing. Meanwhile, Nazo had already knocked out them and all of their super forms, fighting him all at once. So that means that this character is beyond broken, and there's no way that he could ever work in a video game. Now, if I had to say which one of these fusions are the most practical for Sonic, it would either be the Fusion Dance or the Chaotic Fusion from Nazo Unleashed. These fusions seem like they're the most practical and they're temporary, but one of the things is it makes Sonic a little bit too overpowered. One of the things that people criticize the Sonic games for already is that Sonic can just turn to Super Sonic at any time and beat whatever villain it is. If he had this fusion form just sitting back on, then that would mean that he's even more overpowered and there's no suspension to the games. And from how 2017 is looking, he's actually going to be fighting a foe that's worthy of him. He's going to be fighting someone that is going to take more than just turning Super to defeat him. I don't think whipping out a fusion would really help Sonic. I think it would really hinder Sonic and make him more unrelatable. It would basically be a Superman effect on the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and we really don't need any more overpowered super forms. So in the end, do I think fusions are possible in Sonic the Hedgehog? Yes, they are very possible in Sonic the Hedgehog. They could come up with the chaotic fusion or anything else. It's Sega. They can whip out any plot hole they want to make these characters fuse. But is it a good thing? No, I don't think it's a good thing, and I think it should just be left to fan fiction like Nazo Unleashed. But I hope I answered some questions about fusion for you guys today and how it might work if it was even possible in Sonic the Hedgehog. If you guys like this video, you can like it. If you really like it, you can share it. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe. Now, all my other fellow Sonic theorists are going to be down in the link below, so you can go check them out. You can also just go to the Sonic Theorist page if you want to see all the theorists all at once and not have to channel hop every which direction. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bye.